Hello everyone, Giltar here with a video on the topic of getting back to basics and simply having fun with our hobbies. Now this is something that is sort of my first stab at getting back into the swing of things with respect to uploading videos. And I wanted to start off with a discussion point. And I hope you guys are interested in this concept, this idea of getting back to basics and having fun. As usual, I welcome all comments, whether they be text or in the form of a video response. As long as you guys have something relevant to say to the discussion, I welcome it. I'm really thankful for all the past interactions I've had with you guys, in which you've left numerous and well thought out responses to these discussions. And so I hope that we can once again start off on another discussion and get something productive out of it. That it gives people something to think about and perhaps adds to their enjoyment of their own hobbies. Now, this topic here is inspired basically by some recent interaction I've had with Like It's 1985. A couple of weeks ago, I commented on a Transformers toy review of his. It was of the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Laserbeak toy. And I basically asked him what his thoughts are on the Dark of the Moon toy line. And he was gracious enough to not only respond to my comment by, giving me his thoughts, but he took the time and effort to give me some really great insight. He left a response in the form of basically several comments, and it was really something he didn't have to do. He could have just said, I liked it because of this or that, but went into detail, and yeah, I really appreciate that. So as usual, he's a great guy. I hope you guys, if you haven't subscribed to him yet, subscribe to Like It's 1985. He always does a great job in reviewing toys, model kits, and a bunch of other types of products. And so I'm going to leave a link to his channel here. Visit his channel, subscribe to him, and watch some of his videos. You're going to have some fun if you do so. So yeah, on the topic of just basically having fun again and just playing with your toys or whatever hobbies you're into, I have to say, Like It's 1985, when he responded, he basically said to me he enjoys the Dark of the Moon toy line because they're more accessible. The transformation designs are not as complicated and not unnecessarily complex as we've seen before in previous Transformers movie line toys. They're more accessible. Things like the MechTech weapons are fun accessories. I have to admit, when I first heard about the MechTech weapons and saw them, I was pretty dismissive of them. I was just like, whoop-de-doo, we have new sort of spring-loaded toy gimmick things, big deal, I'll probably just throw them aside if I ever get these toys. And I was proven so wrong because of all the Transformers Dark of the Moon toys I've purchased so far, not one of them have I discarded the MechTech toy and just put them away in a drawer or in a box somewhere. I think they're just fun little gimmick accessories. They are gimmicks, but they're fun. I like the fact that they're modular in that some of them you can basically cobble together and attach via 5mm peg holes and pegs and just make these monstrosity, huge, crazy weapons. And it's silly, but it's fun. And that's the thing. With the Dark of the Moon toys, I've rediscovered the simple, pure enjoyment of having fun with toy collecting. For the longest time now, probably pretty much 2 years now, I've immersed myself in the reviewing sort of path, and I've gotten to a point where it was all about critical analysis and studying a toy or a model kit or something else and breaking it down and reviewing it, which is fine, but I lost sight of why I invest money in these things, why I buy these things all the time. It's because I just want to have fun. I want to recapture some of that that sort of enjoyment that I had as a kid when I first came across a new toy and played around with it. That's something that I've lost, and I'm happy to say that I've found it again. I've rediscovered it. And that's not to say that I don't want to review toys anymore, or that I'm going to change my review style or my perspective when I'm critically analyzing something. I still want to do that, but I don't want to lose sight of just the aspect of my collecting of these things I have, like toys and model kits. That aspect that is just basically from the inside, from the kid in me that just wants to have fun. Um, and yeah, that's something that I don't know, it's hard to describe. I think most people go through a similar sort of rediscovery at some point in their life where they have fun with something that they enjoy, and it's sort of like almost like a moment of discovery, even though it's something that seems so obvious. But yeah, so yeah, like that's how I view it now. It's just like these toys, and like it's 1985's response to me really sort of reminded me of just that these things are toys. They're meant for kids. They're made for kids. And even though I'm an adult collector and I may call these things figures or action figures from time to time, they're still toys. They're made for kids. That's the primary audience, and that's something that I have to remember and keep that in mind and respect that, because I can't, not that I went to the extremes of being, a stereotypical, toy collector, an adult toy collector, where I would be like, like it's, criticizing kids for playing with toys where they should be, put up on a shelf and put on display and not banged around or handled roughly. I never went to that extreme, but I did possess an attitude that was like, well, maybe kids shouldn't be playing around with these so much because they're so awesome. The sculpts are so intricate and the toy design is so clever. At the end of the day, that's secondary to the fact that these are toys. They're meant for kids, and they're just meant to provide fun for whoever buys them. Um, and yeah, I mean, like the model kit experience of not only indulging in building model kits and customizing model kits and collecting high-end action figures, high-end toys. I think that has really sort of for some time blinded me to the primary reason I should be indulging in this hobby of collecting. Is that, again, it's for fun. It's to have that sense of play in my life where even if just for a couple of minutes each day I can pick up a toy, sort of fiddle around with it and goof around, forget anything else that might be on the agenda for the day, and just give me some time to just relax. And that's what these things provide, just that momentary bit of relaxation throughout the day that helps me get through the rest of my day. And so I've come back to the enjoyment of action figures, of toys, of anything else that I just want to have fun with. And I'm hoping that you guys out there, if you have ever experienced that you've come back to just wanting to have fun from time to time, or that, even better, if you guys haven't even experienced that yet, I would say you guys are lucky, because you haven't lost that sort of innocent sense of wonder, of just like marveling at these little plastic creations that that you can buy at any big franchise store for like $10 or whatever. But it's amazing how much the joy that these little hunks of plastic can provide in lives. So as I said previously, please feel free to leave a response, whether you want to just type up a comment or if you want to shoot a video response, that's great. Like I said before as well, check out Like It's 1985's channel. Great reviewer, great guy. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, please subscribe to him. So until next time, this is Giltar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you around.